Sound check. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat that you can hear me. Finishing things up here. We'll get started in a few moments. And if you're here, go ahead and put in the comments where you're tuning in from, or just say hi and let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Joshua. Welcome. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. Three, two, one. All right, welcome everybody. Glad you could make it. Yeah. Okay. I'm not. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Are we good now? All right. All right, we're going to get into Microgreen Courses. As soon as... Okay. All right, today we are going to talk about Microgreen Courses, the pros, the cons, the value, and make sure you stay to the end because we have a big announcement. So let's get into it. Pros and cons, are they worth it? What's the value you get out of them? And make sure you do check out that poll that we put up and make a vote on that. First, we're going to talk about courses that we have personally taken ourselves. I think, obviously, if we're going to talk about courses, we have to take some. We've taken quite a handful of them. So we're going to get into what we took and how we did it and when we started them. So let's get into it. The first course we took was the Microgreens Blueprint. This was by Curtis Stone, who also had Donnie Greens on there. Very in-depth. This is what launched us into starting the business of the microgreens, really. We were growing them ourselves, for ourselves, was dabbling, thinking about selling them, giving them to friends and family. But once we made the decision to buy this course, this is what set us up and set us on the fast track of going. I believe that's what courses do for you. They kind of set you on the fast track. So I definitely this one helped us get going and get there. So the pros of this one covers all aspects of the microgreens business. A great focus on marketing and selling. It's got a great back end in the office area on how to market it and get your business out there using the Facebook ads and sales and some tracking sheets and everything else. Kind of got to develop your own. They're not the greatest, but they do help and help you get started. The back end is very, very much worth the cost of what this program is. If you buy that, it is very, very good. But a con is the high price. If you're starting your microgreen business out and you got limited funds, you got to spend them wisely. So the cost of this program is $499 right now. When we got it, it was just right at $1,000. So this is a great deal still off of that. So and we do have a link on that if you guys wanted to check this program out. We do have a link. You can check that out. It's $499. They did run a sale recently. It was much cheaper than that, but now it's $499. Still a great value on that. Absolutely recommend this one. Obviously, it fast-tracked us to growing and selling and getting our business out there. So I definitely recommend this program. This is what helped launch our business. So, and then secondly, we went in and bought good Microgreens Mentor. This is with Donnie Greens and David Richard from Micro Acres. He's up in Canada. He's got a large operation going. Donnie had a smaller operation. Now some other things with Donnie, but he had a smaller operation. So you got kind of the best of both worlds and what was going on in the microgreen world now from both of them. The only cons, you need to get a live Q&A every quarter with them. And then they do a monthly video about the now of the business. You get great resources on the seeding chart, the growing chart, stuff like that. That can help you figure out what your seed density is and make adjustments as you go. But and the live Q&A quarterly is pretty nice. But the con is it's not very in depth. It's best for existing growers who have started getting established already. So Microgreen Blueprint, then this kind of helps out introduction. So the price right now is $99 a year on that program. So it's not a very in-depth, but it is a great value, and you get resources of 2 growers. So that definitely helps. And then when you're ready to go to the next levels, you're kind of getting into what David Richard has is scaling microgreens. And the pros of this one, it's an in-depth coaching. You get a bi-weekly Zoom that helps keep you accountable. You can ask him questions anytime. And there's a thing on the web there's inside the program that you can just go in and type questions as you find them as you're going in your business, and he usually answers back pretty fast. If you don't, you just ask the question again, and he'll get it and he'll answer it. He is very, very much on it and answering questions as you go along. So it's very good. It's like having a coach on standby all the time. But the biggest con is the price. It's pretty steep. You have to have established income or another source of income because this is a $297 a month cost. But you're getting group coaching, kind of one-on-one coaching, not really one-on-one coaching, every month, every time you need it. Twice a week, twice a month, and you can ask questions throughout it. So it's a good value. So far, it seems like a great value that keeps you accountable. We are part of this program as well. So it's a very, very good program. It's nice having him. So far, it's very good for us. Then you got the Microgreen Sales Academy, which probably a lot of you that are on this live today probably went and watched this Zoom call that he did recently on this. We did purchase this program as well. It starts from step one of growing and goes through the entire sales process from customer service, how to grow, how to expand your business. It goes pretty in depth with that stuff. So it's nice. It's just step one and down. So it's good for new growers. If you can swing the cost, it's good for that. Talking about the cost, the challenge for startups is it is $999, but it is on sale right now for $750. We also do have a link for that. If you're interested for the Sales Academy or Scaling Microgreens, we do have a link for that as well. If you'd like to check them out. But yeah, they're good programs as well. But you got to buy a program that is right for you at the right time. Money wise, where you're at in your business, all that stuff. So you got to make sure of that. And if you guys are getting value out of this, you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. We do appreciate that. That helps get this out to more people out in the YouTube algorithm so they can also get value out of it. Some additional courses I've seen that we were talking about in the beginning that we might take on or do, but we decided to go these routes is what we did. But there's some other good courses out there, might be better for you at the time where you're at. So Nate Dotson has one. It's not very experienced. It's very experienced grower. Nate Dotson is a very expensive grower, designed more specifically to break down step-by-step training. So like step one, you do this today, step two tomorrow, so on and so on. So it's like somebody literally being there holding your hand, telling you what to do step by step. Obviously, that's not what we needed. That's not what we wanted. But if you've never grown microgreens before or you've never done anything, it might be a good option for you. I couldn't find any information on the costs. We didn't dive into it too deep because we decided that's not what we wanted. And I'm not 100% sure if that program is still going on because Nate's been doing this business for a very long time. So he might have moved on. He might still be doing this, but I don't know. I can't find price out for you. So Chris Thorough, the guy who also does Seedleaf, also has teachable.com courses. He has 3 different courses. He has a home production course, which is free. So that's nice, but it's designed towards growing for yourself at home. And then there's a crash course into the basics, which is $149, and a complete guide for $299. So you can check them out if you like. No affiliate links or links for that, but you can check them out if you like. It's just teachable.com. And then you got udemy.com. This is where you can find courses for anything and everything. There's over 183 video courses on any and everything you could ever think of, probably. It includes 41 different microgreen courses. The prices are fairly cheap, but you get what you pay for. Always remember that. But it might be something that's valuable for you. So if you want to check any of these courses out, you can just go to that website and check them out. But yeah, it's a lot of courses on there. You can find a lot of things. So check them out if you would like. But again, we didn't go down that. All right. We're at the portion now. That's kind of the courses that we kind of researched and looked for our business, what we were going to do in the start and what we're doing currently, what we did in the past and everything else. Finding value of that stuff, go check out the links and check them out. But now we're on to our big announcement for the night, and it is Itty Bitty Microgreen Business Coaching. I'm not married to this name at all. It's subject to change. We're not 100% sure what the name is going to be, but it might be this. It might be something else, but it's going to be put on by us. It will have ourselves in it. My wife and me, Jessica, will be in this business, and we will be leading you through your microgreen business. So pre-ordering begins today. There's a link in the chat. You can do that. You can check that out. This is not to buy it yet. This is to say you're interested in it and to be one of the first people in this. And I'll talk about that in a minute if you're the first 25. So projected start day is May 1st is when we're looking to launch this officially and have our first video and then videos throughout the month. It's going to focus, and so there's going to be 2 videos every month that are exclusive. You got to be part of this group to get them. And then there's going to be at least 1 live members only Q&A. So very niche, down to just a few people in there, not on YouTube where anybody can show up. It's just going to be the members of that so we can get in depth And that live Q&A can last 2 or 3 hours, and we can go really in depth with you on what this video series is that month or anything else that you have going on. It's going to focus on the business side of the microgreens. So there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of information on how to grow. There's some basic information on how to business, but we're going to dive pretty deep into microgreen business, how to operate a business, how to operate a microgreen business specifically, all the back end stuff that you have to do, how to keep track of your tax stuff for your accountant, all that kind of stuff like that, along with a lot of extensive other things and what's going on in the microgreen business today also in there. So you'll have myself and Jessica at least once a month for a live Q&A, and then them 2 video series every month that we get released. And you'll get a private link and website to go to for that. So running your day-to-day, building a solid foundation for your business, weekly, monthly, and annual task, all of our spreadsheets that we use, all the programs that we use. Obviously, we use SeedsNOW. You guys know that for a program, but we're going to give you all our spreadsheets, how we calculate what we need to sell our microgreens at to make a profit and what profit we want to make. We're going to dive into that. We're going to give you that sheet. That's part of this program as well. Pay for 1 month. You're going to get that. So you're going to get all that stuff right up front. I hope you stay. But you're going to get all that stuff right up front. We want to give you value right away. So troubleshooting, all that stuff will be in there as well. And for the first 25 people that sign up on pre-order, so if you go and you fill out the form, you sign up on pre-order, you're locked in at these prices. These are not going to be the prices for very long. It's just going to be for the first 25 people. So if you sign up, you're going to get that. So the price is going to be $19.95 a month, or you can do a yearly at $179.55. $179.55. You can do so $19.95 a month, or you can sign up for the full year at $179.55. That's a 25% discount signing up for the year. So yeah, that's microgreen courses and what our course is going to be. I hope you guys check it out, and we will now get in to the Q&A time. Questions, stuff. Yeah, questions queued up. Comments. Why am I not on screen? There I am. I was gone for a moment. Blocked out. Thank you, everybody, for joining the live tonight and tuning in. Appreciate it. And we're going to get queuing up all the questions and comments and everything else. Ricky purchased the Curtis Stone course at $97, but haven't gone through it yet. Yeah, it's a good course, and you got the good price. That was a special he's running for garage sale or whatever he called it. So John did the same. Haven't touched it yet. You guys got to dive into that. All right. Welcome to the stream. I don't think we've had the pleasure of having you on. Is the program you're starting structured, or is it catalog videos? We will have access depending on subjects we're interested in. The videos will all be cataloged, but they're being released at a strategic time. So one this week, and then 2 weeks later, another video, and then a Q&A that's going to coincide with them to help you along with your journey. But the videos will always be there. So if you join the course, somebody comes in 6 months down the road, they'll have access to all the videos. Well, thank you, Paula. Appreciate that. Yep. I want to give value that we're going to give this course. We're going to give you guys as much value as we possibly can for a fair price. Obviously, we got to be paid for our time, but we want to make it very affordable, and everybody could join it. You could join it at the monthly rate. It's not very expensive, and get to growing and learning and growing your business. We want to help as many people as we possibly can grow a successful microgreen business in 2022 and beyond. So, yeah, So that is where we're at. I think Jessica put all the links in there today for all the other programs you can look at as well. I hope you check out our program as well, obviously. But the poll, let me look over here for the poll. For the have you purchased Microgreen course? 62% says yes and are happy. 0% not regretting it, so that's good. And 33% have not yet. So a third of you have not purchased a course yet. So definitely check ours out. Again, it is a forum. There's a link at the beginning of this on this, and it's also in the comments or the bio section down below. You can check that out. It will be a pinned comment when this video goes live, so you can find it easy. But yeah, you can check that out, and we appreciate any support. The scheduled launch is May 1st. So if you get in early, you will get that value. I'm going to have a drink of coffee while I'm sitting here. Start shooting questions. Any other comments? Want to talk about any courses you guys have or checked out or wanted to check out? The ones that we've done, I can answer some in-depth questions that you have about them. We've gone through them all. Obviously, just into the Scaling Microgreens and Sales Academy, but kind of worked all the way through all that already. I get through stuff pretty fast. And that's one thing, like the Sales Academy is $750 right now, or $1,000 basically when the sales go away. And then you have that video set, and that's it. Once you get through it, you're kind of done. So obviously you can go back and rewatch videos and everything else, but there's not going to be anything new that's going to be coming out that's about that month, about what's going on in the business that month, somebody to answer questions for you. The Sales Academy doesn't have that part. That is the Scaling Microgreens, or you're going to have that. So if you're doing the Sales Academy, you're pretty much just doing the course, and you can ask questions as you're going along the course, but it's not going to be somebody there guiding you through today, this month, this week, this year. It's not going to, you're not going to have that in that program. So our program will have that. And if you're just tuning in, we just went over our Microgreens course, other courses, and the fact that we're launching our new Microgreens course. And you can check the links out. And we're going to be launching that for $19.95 a month, or $179.55 for the whole year. You can purchase up front, 25% discount, and check that out with the links here. So we appreciate any support. Thank you, Kyle. I believe that would be our first person, Kyle. Congratulations. Any other questions about our course? Any other courses? Or anything else that's on your mind tonight? Anything that's come up in your business this week that you need answers on that I can hopefully help with? Or about us personally? You can ask about us, our chickens. We are getting ready to do a video series on our channel about raising meat chickens in suburbia and how that's going. We are in our start of our third week with them. The first video will be coming out probably later this week. So awesome, Veronica. Well, and now if you don't mind me asking, big, small, mom and pop shop. You don't have to give me a specific store or anything, but or is it a health food store or something like that? Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. Number 2. Yep, we will take debit cards, credit card, debit card, right now. What? We can do bank payments, PayPal, pretty much all of it. Pretty close. Yep, definitely. Yep, cats are good. Thank you, Veronica. Just gave our our one cat his fresh wheatgrass for the week that he has, his little 5x5 that he loves to lick until it's dead. So, yeah, he likes that and definitely enjoys that wheatgrass. Veronica, they are mom and pop shop in our local area. Awesome. They ordered 25 units. That's pretty good for mom and pop. Gave them samples a couple weeks ago, and they sold. So they wanted. They sold the samples in the stores. We have that before. Definitely, they put it on the shelf and they sold. That's the best way to find out if people are going to buy it, and they want to order more. That's awesome. How many different varieties are you guys giving them? Is it just? I'm sure that's not just one variety. So. We started with how we started basically was a mom and pop health food store. Started with 2 varieties and 5 of each. So you're off to a better start than what we had. So congratulations. Yeah, our cats are crazy. The one runs around outside and goes over and talks to the chickens. He's watched them all grow up from babies, so I think he thinks he's the dad sometimes, or the brother, maybe the brother. They get along well, though. When he could get into the coop, he used to sleep in the coop with them during the daytime, just lay in there. All right. What other questions, comments? You guys are quiet today. You guys are going to start talking. I'm going to have Jessica start talking to me. She doesn't want to be on tonight, so. I got the look, so. Veronica, they ordered 7 different varieties, including 2 of our popular mixes. That was good. Awesome. That is awesome. That's a very good order to start with. I'm pretty sure you'll probably build from there. Pretty soon you'll be doing 50 to 100 units in that store. So congratulations on that. Yeah. No, he doesn't have any desire to eat the chickens. I don't think he wants to work that hard. Yeah, they chase him around. They like to chase his tail. I think they think it's a big worm. So yeah, but no, he does good with them. Does really good. Brent, thank you for your response. Started growing microgreens yesterday. Awesome. Congratulations. What would you say is one of your most difficult areas to be successful in? I'm joining to building microgreen business. The one area that was difficult when we first started growing microgreens, probably before we took a course or anything else, was sales outlets. Without farmers markets and with not having the experience to be able to go to grocery stores, not feeling very comfortable to go to restaurants yet, finding a place to sell them, besides friends and family. And we were lucky enough to find a Market Wagon, an online farmers market, to start proving of concept and selling there during the colder months when we started growing, and had a place to move our products. So sales outlet probably was the most difficult area to start out. Would you say that? Yeah. And I think that's a challenge for most people, especially if you're starting in the cold months or selling in cold months and you only know farmers markets. That can definitely be a challenging point. But yeah, I would think that would be the most challenging. Can you show me the containers you use to sell? Jessica put a link up here for you, I'm sure. Producer Jessica will get, or Oz, I'm sorry. It's Oz. Producer Oz. We'll put one up there for you. All right. Paula, you're not only offering your knowledge and experience, but you're offering something very niche with it being specific to microgreen business coaching and support. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind comments. And that's our goal, all for high value. Joshua, are you still keeping all of your spent microgreen soil, and how do you incorporate it in the garden soil? Yes, all of our spent microgreens go into the compost bins that are within the chicken area. So we have 3, we're getting ready to be 4 sets of compost area. And every day after we harvest, the day of harvest, we take all them microgreen scraps out, put them in the compost. Some of them out for the chickens to eat. They love the sunflowers the most, so we put them laying out. The peas lay out, and they eat them off the ground and stuff. They love that. The rest of them go into the compost bins, and then the chickens get in there, eat them, scuff around, break it all up, and then we just use it as normal compost. We flip it, use it as a hot compost, and then we incorporate it on top as a compost of our beds. Once they're built, we do use it to build the beds. If we need any more soil, we will get it from outside if we don't have enough of it, which we might have to this year as well, just to start the beds. But yeah, we definitely use all of it and reuse it in the garden. Veronica, if a product goes bad in the grocery store, do you guys usually throw it out, or is it up to the employees to do that? In all of our grocery stores, we stock and rotate all the products. So we've established that it is up to us. We do let them know if they want to know. Some of them don't care. They know that we take care of them. We're not just throwing products away to make more money. But we do rotate it, throw it all out that we have. If we let them know, let them see if they want to. But most of ours don't care. They know we're rotating it right, and they're happy not to mess with the shelf. So we try not to let the employees touch our stuff because they do not know how to rotate correctly. And the reason why we started this is because our first big store that we're in, the employees were rotating it. They bring stuff from the back because we always had back stock back there, which we don't do anymore either. And they'd bring it up and just put it right in front of the other products. So obviously products went bad faster. And I don't want to have bad products on the shelf because if somebody happens to get that product, that gives us a bad name, maybe the first time they ever ate that product. And then we don't have them as a customer anymore because they got a bad product. And, the rule, they're going to tell 10 friends. And then the people are going to tell 10 friends. And they're going to, before you know it, there's 10,000 people that think your products are no good. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. Again, our products last pretty good 2 to 3 weeks on the shelf. So we don't have too much problem with that. But we do have it occasionally. Right. Is there something you will cover in your course, how to overcome them challenges? Yes. We will be talking about challenges that we find along the way, talking about your challenges that you find in the Q&As and how to overcome them. It's definitely going to be heavily based on challenges and business and everything, like full gamut, really. But yeah, we'll be talking about challenges that we faced as we went through growing our business and what common challenges are. But we will specifically, if you ask questions in there, we'll specifically talk about your challenges and maybe, it makes a good video to put in there as well if you have a challenge. I type much more. I didn't realize there was a Max Letter account on here. I didn't either. That's good to know. I didn't know there was a Max Letter account either. I figured it would roll into a second line then if it was that, but that's weird. City Greens, welcome. What problems do microgreens solve? I'm tempted to answer this as part of a lean startup business plan. Health. They're great for your health. Number one, that's why we started growing the business, to get more healthy food, dense, healthy food into people's hands and into ours and our friends and family. What else? Food sustainability, that's a big one for the future for sure, that they can be grown inside. You can grow them year round. So food stability right there. Once all our land is destroyed, you can still grow these inside. You don't have to have a field crop. They take up less space. They're better for the environment, even though you got some lights and stuff, but they're still overall better for the environment. No pesticides on them, no bugs on them, completely controlled environments. Anything else, dear? I think that covers most of it, what I would say. Thanks, Veronica. Thanks. I wasn't sure how the inventory worked. If I saw something was bad and threw it out, and then they think I never bought enough that week, 1 week. Yeah. And it's going to be dependent on your store. Talk to them and see what process they want. Work hand in hand with them or whatever process they want. This is what we'd established, and it works great for us. But mom and pop stores can be really good and really laid back, or they can be kind of uptight and wanting pinching every penny. So I would definitely make sure you work with them and explain why you want to do something and why it benefits them. If you can explain why you're doing it and what the benefit is to them, they're going to love that. One, we all know there's an employee challenge right now of getting employees in a lot of places. So if you can take a task off of them that they don't have to do and rotating stock and stocking the shelves, they love that. For us anyway, they love that they never have to touch that section that they give us. That's the reason why most of them keep expanding the sections for us, because it's taken care of. They don't have to worry about it. They know it's always there. Yep. You got to communicate with your clients, your customers, because your customer is that grocery store owner, produce manager, whoever it is. That's your customer. You got to think that's your customer. And then their customers are the customers coming in. And so you want to take care of their customers. Ultimately, they are your customers. They're buying your product, but really the person you're talking to is your customer. You got to think of that way. Nobody else voted in the poll. All right. I'm going to do, you want to bring up like 3 or 4 options for next video? Ones that we can, not the health benefit. I'm going to do a second poll because I know this is and these are going to be ones we all can do within the time frame that's on here. But we're going to ask you guys what video you would like to see for next week's live. What do you would like? So, Anthony, welcome. Your crop videos have really helped us. Awesome. Glad they helped you. Do you plan on doing other how-to on crops, Swiss charge, Amaranth? Amaranth video will be coming up. We are filming that over the next 10 to 14 days. Swiss chard we have not started growing yet. That's one that's on the list later this year. But definitely would be one. We've got beets video coming up. Red cabbage videos coming up. Nasturtiums. We haven't done nasturtium video yet. What other how to grows have we not done? I'm looking in the grow room right now, counting what we have. I think that's it of what we have on the shelf right now growing. So them are definitely the next 3 or 4 videos that will be coming up on how to grow. Right now, we got video coming out this week. Will be the Gaia Green starting series of using Gaia Green in your soil fertilizer to get better yield. And did it work? I'll let you know. Yes, it works. A little inside tip. But watch the video still to find out how much. And at the end of that series, after we get the very end video, will be a recap of the profitability. Like, does it make sense money-wise to use it even if you're going to get more yield? Does it make sense cost-wise? Because, again, talking about business, you got to make sure it makes cost-wise. If it only gives you a little bit more yield, but it costs you more than what the yield's giving you, then it's not worth it. Or is it? It could still be worth it if you're getting better flavor crops. That also could be a benefit. So make sure you watch that series and how we use it and how we mix our soil. How we mix it now is different, which we'll show at the end as well. We did it in a tub to begin with, but we do it different now. We'll show that as well. And yeah, you'll be able to see there's 6 or 7 or 8 or 6 to 8 videos that are going to be in that series. So they will be coming out starting this week. So. All right. Do you sell whole life trays? We're approached by a personal home chef. Do you take a deposit for trays and how much? Depends on what you're selling. The cost there, 25 to 35. Depends on what you're selling, obviously. Only live trays that we have done, we've done 5x5s at the farmers markets of all the varieties, broccolis, all of them, and sold them for $5 as a 5x5. We do wheatgrass as a live tray if anybody wants it. We had one guy taking it at one point, and we sold that for $20 with a $5 deposit for the tray. And when he stopped, he got his $5 back, or his last order was, he just got the money back at the end. I think we charged the last order was $15 for it. So yes, we take a deposit for the tray. Basically, the $5 covers our bootstrap tray. Or no, it was $10. I'm sorry, because it's a double tray. So his first order was $30 for it, and then $20 for there on out on the wheatgrass. It's been a while since we sold the wheatgrass live, not in a 5x5, because we just kind of focused on 5x5s. For the wheatgrass, they grow better, less problems with them because they're not bunched up. They got good airflow. So we kind of just focused on the 5x5s for the wheatgrass and sell them like that. But yeah, if you do live whole trays, definitely take a deposit enough to cover your tray cost, because you're going to have people that take them and disappear, don't ever get a hold of you again to get the tray back, and you don't want that fight. If you lose a tray, at least you got the deposit and you're good to go. Anthony just received 5x5 from True Leaf. Awesome. Plan to start with wheatgrass. Yes, that's what we grow in. The True Leafs with the wheatgrass. During the farmers market, we occasionally will sell the 5x5s of all the other crops. People seem to like them. You take them for display. They look really good. You can grow multiple varieties within one tray. So you can do 8 different varieties if you want in one tray, and take them, and then they're easy to sell, and you ain't going to take up all the space. So definitely. Thought about the pet market. That is how we market our wheatgrass really here. Some people take it and juice it, but 98% of them are for pets. People are getting them for their pets, the wheatgrass. Some people even buy our microgreens for their guinea pigs. We let them know they can eat them too. But some people just like them to get them for their guinea pigs and stuff. So, but definitely the wheatgrass we market towards pets, and getting ready to hit the pet stores too with that, and go after the pet stores. They have some like stuff in there, but they're getting them nationally and they look like crap, and we can give them better products. Ours are nice and vibrant and green. So, all right. The next poll is up. What video would you like to see next week? Well, it's not up yet. It will be going up. So it will be a year in review, our first year. That might be lengthy. How to use microgreens. So kind of recipes and how to use your microgreens once you're growing them and are bought them as a customer. When to harvest microgreens, or which microgreens need weight. I like the last one the best. That's my favorite. Which microgreens need weight? They don't all need weight. Some need weight. Some need less weight. So that we found out. So definitely check that out. So go ahead and vote, and we'll see which one wins. All right. Do you offer a special chef mix? We're thinking about going in and adding it to our menu. We are developing that, a chef kind of mix with our amaranth probably, and our beets. Kind of make a festive confetti kind of mix. That's our own confetti mix. I know you can probably I think you can buy seeds that are already mixed for a confetti mix. But we're going to mix it ourselves and grow it and add it in there. So that is kind of our goal. By the way, win for us today, a restaurant that we've been trying to get for 4 or 5 months. Finally went in today. Had to go through the back door because they shut down from 2 to 4 today because they didn't have enough staff, or they just didn't want to serve people today from 2 to 4. Had to find a way in the back door. So find a way in there. They're there. Find a way in. And got in touch with Jeff. He's like, oh, yes, I meant to make an order, but he just forgot. Most likely, and probably was going to forget again this week, and put an order in on the spot that we're going to be delivered. For the amount he ordered, we have enough extra on trays that we're growing right now that we can get to him the next Tuesday. So be persistent. keep going after that business. We've gone in every 2 or 3 weeks. With him, we probably should have went in every week, but we went in every 2 or 3 weeks when it made it when we could, and just kept on going in there and having our presence. So make sure you follow up with the chefs, our grocery stores, or anybody. Persistence works. Uh, Weight or blackout. Them are weight and blackout. Them are kind of, some are weighted and blacked out. Are with this no light also. And then some just go straight to blackout. Well, no, we don't do anything straight to blackout anymore because we found weight helps. Like popcorn, they tell you can go straight to blackout. You don't even have to weight it, but we weight our popcorn, as you can see in our popcorn video. Put 4-day weight on it, and then that baby pops up in 3 days. What we're using now, the seeds we're getting with the Gaia, I'll just let you know, with the Gaia Green in the popcorn with the soil in there, it grows in 7 days versus 10 days now. It's pushing the blackout out and wanting to go. So we've reduced, or we'll be reducing that down to 7 days now on a grow instead of the 10 days. So yeah, the Gaia Green definitely helps that out and grows faster. So thank you, Paula, for that. Yes, persistency pays off for sure. Are you bringing samples each time? Are you physically going back into the restaurant? 9 times out of 10, we're physically going back into the restaurant. It's hard to say no to a face directly. Chefs are pretty good at it, though, still. But if they keep seeing you and you keep seeing that you're going in, you ain't got to go every week. Maybe contact them every week. And then go in once a month at minimum to get that business. And bring something with you every time to give them. Always bring a fresh sheet and always bring a sample. If you have a new crop, that's a great time to bring something in and say, hey, I got this new crop. We're just growing it here. Try them out. Here's a sample for you. Or bring something that you already given him because they might have forgotten what it looked like, how good of a product it was. I always like to have something to give them. Grocery stores aren't that big of a deal to have it when you go back in, but restaurants, I think you got to bring something with you, in my opinion. That's going to definitely help you sell. And if you got new crops that you're growing and bring it to the table, that's definitely a great thing to bring. And when you're doing chefs, obviously you want to bring color and grain combination, but they like color. You got to think like a chef. He wants things to look pretty on his plate. That's what they're using them for. So. And you want to make sure your product looks good, tastes good, because they're going to almost taste every product that comes in the back door. That's for samples. Everything they eat, they serve, they're going to eat it because they want to make sure it's good for their customers. You never want to be as a chef or as a cook, as our past lives we've been, restaurant managers. If you're serving it, you want to taste it to make sure it's good. If it's something you can't eat because you're allergic to it, you have somebody else taste it. But always taste before you give it to the customers. But yeah, our big push now is, along with grocery stores, is restaurants and home delivery in the back burner, really. We haven't really pushed home delivery, but we might this summer. I like dropping off at one place and getting $200-$300. That's why I love grocery stores. It feels good, drop that off and have a $200-$300 every time you stop at a grocery store. And we stop at 13 of them now. So they're not all that high. Some are $100, some are $300-$400, but yeah. Which color microgreens do you like to bring? Red radish is a good one. Kohlrabi's not bad. Red ruby stem, radishes, amaranth, others. My favorite are amaranth, beets, popcorn, red cabbage because it's got that purple to it. We don't do kohlrabi, so it's got that nice purple to it. It says red acre cabbage, but it's really purple. So it's got some color to it there. And then some greens as well. You want to bring in some spicy mix, broccoli, because they still do like green. The arugula is a big mover for us. We have one restaurant group that takes 12 ounces. 19 ounces, I'm sorry. And I think they said they might be opening that order the following week. Will let us know tonight or tomorrow. Or we probably wouldn't be able to up that for, not next week, but the week after, just for the girl cycles. But they keep upping that, and we charge them pretty decent penny for the arugula. So the arugula is a big mover for us in the restaurants. So don't slide on that green, especially a nice peppery, spicy like that arugula. So, have you ever had a hard time preventing popcorn from turning green? We keep it away from lights, but we lift it. It's lifting our blackout dome. If it's lifting your blackout dome, it's time to harvest it. So there is our blackout dome for popcorn right there. That's underneath there. If it's pushing that up, that's how I know now it's a 7-day grow, because it starts pushing that dome up. That's time to harvest it. And if it's consistently doing that week after week, you need to harvest it, because it's going to continue. There's a lot of stems in there, and they're nice because we weighed it and put it down, so they're nice and sturdy stems. So they're going to push. They got some strength behind them, and they will push that off. And that is a 9-inch dome that's behind me, the other direction, that away. It's a 9-inch dome, and they grow nice and tall in there. And when they reach that, it's time to harvest them. So now we're at 7 days. So, yep. So if that's consistently with you, Veronica, that's happened before your harvest date, you need to change your planting date. A lot of these greens, if you put on a shelf and they're getting done before you're ready to harvest them, you can adjust your lighting and give them less light through the week, and then they won't grow as fast. But popcorn, you can't do that with. It's in dark, so there's no way else to do that. You just got to change your time that you're the time that you're growing it. So when you plant it. I have some shorts on that, Kyle. If you check them out, it doesn't go into specifics of weights and all that, but that is something that on the business series, since it will be a paid service, that we will go in depth of how we make our mixes, the amounts that we use, and how we 100% make it. But you can watch them shorts on me putting them together. The mixes together, but yeah, we will go in depth with that in the business series and the coaching, the itty bitty microfarm business coaching that is currently named. We will definitely go in depth on that and show you guys all the back end. You guys get behind the curtain. Hello, sir. Welcome. How much sample products do you give chefs? In what type of container? Thank you and love what you do. Thank you. Appreciate that. We use our 24 ounce, 16 ounce, the shorter one, yeah, smaller one, and pretty much fill that up. You can fill that up. You can make it half and half. You just want to give them enough that they can use it on something, so they can see what it looks like on their products. So if you have a bumper crop and you have leftover trays or half of a tray or something, and you're going to 5. You got nothing else to do with it. You're not going to eat it, and you're going to go to 5 restaurants that week. Divide that up between the 5 restaurants and give it out. Give it to them to try and let them use it. That's the biggest thing, is give them enough product to use. You don't want to give them just a couple slivers that they can't even use it. Because once they see your product on their products, their meals, their plates, then they're going to want to buy your stuff. Visual people, chefs are. Have you tried grape oil seed to handle mold? No, we haven't had any major issues with mold. Her Microgreen podcast the other day worked better than peroxide. Was it grapefruit extract. We haven't had that big of an issue. We use the peroxide and spray the wheatgrass with it just for precautionary, but we really haven't had that much of an issue with it at all on that because we do give it great airflow. But no, I haven't. I'll look into it and do some research. Yeah, sorry, grapeseed extract. Yep. We had a caterer ask for 3 8-ounce samples. No. I may go an ounce or 2 at most. When I'm talking about that, if you got extra, yeah, sure, but not 24 ounces. You're not getting 24 ounces of my products for free. That's crazy. Now let me tell you, people will ask a lot of questions to see what they can get. They may ask for that if you give it to them. They're like, sweet, we don't have to buy microgreens this week. Just tell them, no, we can't do that. But what I can do, and try not to say no. Say, well, what I can do, or what I can get you, or what I can, or something along that lines. I can get you 1 ounce of these 3 products. You try to avoid not say no, because you don't want to put no out there in the universe when you're doing sales. Sales tip behind the curtain here. You don't want to ever say no, because if you say no, then it gives them an open door to say no. So you don't try to keep that out of your vocabulary when you're talking to people, when you're trying to sell to them. No is a big no in sales. That's what I was taught many, many years ago in one of my past lives. So do not put that word out there. We took it as an order and said we would bring a couple samples of other varieties. Will be much better, smaller. Yes. Good job. Good job. Yeah, they will ask. They're going to try to see what they can get away with. How's the poll results? Let's look. Everybody get a chance to vote, I hope. I'm going to look at the poll results. Going to go ahead and I'll give 30 more seconds if you haven't already, to vote on the poll. It's a close vote right now, so get your vote in if you haven't voted yet. Yeah, 15 more seconds. But yeah, it's a close vote, so yeah, looks like we're going to be doing that one. So, and poll is ending now. All right, and the poll results are how to use microgreens. So we will go over a overview of how to use microgreens, and then we'll get in depth with that as well. You show me. Really, really close. So how to use microgreens 1 with 46% of the vote, and which microgreens need weight, which was my vote, but I didn't get to vote, was 38%. So that is really, really close. The other 2 are way behind. So that will be our next 2 videos. We're going to do that the next 2 weeks. We will do how to use microgreens next week, and then which microgreens need weight 2 weeks from now. So we got them 2 for us the next 2 weeks. So thank you, Kyle. Thank you for being here. So we are at the hour mark. Anybody else got any last minute questions? Or if anybody would like to join live and ask a question on live, all you got to do is have a mic. We definitely would take that as well. Just let me know. Oh, Joshua, now that you're using fertilizer, have you done any trials with 2 lights and fertilizer? No, just the 1 light still. I think the 1 light actually helps us more than 2 lights would. There is somewhat you can give them too much light. And hold on, I'm going to show you. I didn't show you guys this, so I forgot I had this. Why is that not going? Okay, I can't just have that up by itself, apparently. So anyway, you can see how much light that grow room, there we go. How much light that grow room gets with just the one light there. It's got the white walls on it, so it bounces off that wall is good, gets good reflectability on it. There's our cilantro growing. You can see the wind going through there. Good circulation. But gets a lot of light with that one light. And one light, I think, helps stretch them more than with two lights. Because we used to do two lights in the very beginning. We did two lights, and our grows were longer, and they were shorter. The broccoli was way shorter, but before we started using fertilizer. So when we build new racks, I might do one shelf with two lights and do that as a trial. Just for you, Joshua, and everybody else. But yeah, that is a live view of our microgreen room, by the way, as you can see stuff moving in there. I forgot I set that up in there. And you can see over to the right side, that's all our garden stuff and our mints and cilantro, full cilantros, full basils, and obviously all our lettuce. That one shelf that's empty there, we just took lettuce out to the greenhouse. That is going to be set up for next week into the ground. What fans are we using? It's just floor fans. So there's one. Can you see my cursor go on there? No. Okay. So going down this aisle, if you walk back here that way, there's a fan down that aisle, and then over on the other aisle, there's a fan blowing the opposite direction. So it just makes a circulation. Any floor fans will work as long as they got decent enough power. You don't want to blow them too hard anyway to blow over your microgreens. You really just need air circulation going on. Thank you, Paula. Appreciate that for the beautiful room setup. All right. So I think any other questions or comments? Yeah, they're there. The fans are there. Sneak peek this way. Let me see. There it is. There's one fan blowing that direction. So hopefully you can see that. And then that's all of our sunflower seeds over there. But yeah, that's the one fan blowing down that direction. I can show you. So yeah. Do you get any discoloration or tips that burn in the fully grown basil? That basil's getting ready to go to the greenhouse. I probably should have took it out today, but haven't got anything yet. It's not quite there. They're close to the light. They're right. They need to go out. I just ran out of time today with setting this live up and getting all the deliveries done today. So still do that. But yeah, so the basil will be going out to the greenhouse tomorrow. We did build a big greenhouse outside, not big, but kind of a how-to, a redneck build, a greenhouse, I call it. Some ingenuity and stuff with it, so we didn't have to spend a ton of money on a greenhouse, but it works great. It's nice and warm. So, but yeah, if you leave them too long, get them too close, that basil will start burning for sure. It smells amazing in there, though, with the basil, the mints, the cilantro, full-grown cilantros, and then the baby cilantros up there. Smell amazing in there, in that room. All right. I am going to go ahead and jump off of here, guys. I do appreciate everybody joining today. It was a great conversation. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And to remember, go check out our program for our microgreens course that we're going to be doing, the business course. and we will definitely be getting that together and start launching it May 1st. So be one of the first 25 to sign up to lock that price in. It will go up after 25 people for sure. So definitely check that out. And we will head over to Discord for a few. Not gonna be over there too long tonight. I got to get some stuff done. But I will. I don't have Discord open right now. If you guys are not already on Discord, I don't have a link tonight. So it expires after 7 days. It might still be good from last week if you got it. But definitely head over there if you want to do some things. Thanks, Ricky. Thanks, Veronica. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks, Paula, and everybody else that joined on the stream tonight. We appreciate it. If you didn't catch the first part of it, because I know some people jumped out about courses afterwards, so go back and rewatch this one and learn about the courses that we took and our business course. And we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great week. If we don't see you over on Discord, and we gone. Turn down my music.